There at the end, thought we made some big baskets. You know, we'd struggled from two most of the night. Hill comes up with the great pass to Nana on the pin down. Nana with the good jump hook finish. And then on a very, very rugged, physical finish at the rim by Malcolm, he sticks the ball in the rim. And I thought that was a big play. But we got contributions from everybody. I was really proud of the way that they stuck together because it was one of those games that was kind of hard to get in a flow. There were a lot of fouls called early. And both teams were mixed matching defenses, and it was hard to get a rhythm. Plus the fouling and the stoppages, and I just thought the flow of the game was kind of a little blah. And sometimes that happens. You got to find a way to win different styles that a game might present to you. And today that was kind of the style, and we had to, really had to find a way. I thought we were sloppy, at times with different things, whether it was inbound or different things during the game. Our defense was not very impactful until late, so I have to take a look at that. I'd like to make a few less mistakes than we made today. I don't know that we necessarily played great, but obviously we had 13 turns, and, I'm sure Pat would say probably the same thing if he, with 19 turns. It's just kind of one of those games. I thought it was, one of those games where, at the end of the game we made some plays and were fortunate enough to pull it out. But I thought, you just go down the stat sheet. I mean, Laurent gets 7 rebounds. Nana has the big jump hook late, defends the goal on the last play. Jaylon had great command of the game with 5 assists and really has become a great voice for us out there and does a great job quarterbacking our team. Drew the foul there late, under 3 minutes to go there on the dribble flip there on the sideline that got us possession of the ball. I thought that was a big play. Malcolm obviously was a monster, I thought for the most part at both ends. I know you just see the offensive end, but they had some lapses here and there that we discussed, but overall I thought he competed at both ends of the floor. Nunn had a very atypical shooting day for him. Thought he had a lot of balls go in and out, but at the end of the day I liked how he defended. He has 4 assists, he has 5 steals, he had a huge, big time, high level block. On the baseline, Starks makes 3 threes. Mav keeps the ball alive that Colbert tips in. I thought Colbert's minutes were good. Maverick is more physical, seems to be getting more confident, playing with a little more explosiveness and aggressiveness, and obviously made 2 field goals. Didn't turn the ball over when he was trapped a couple different times. Thought he handled it well there. So, we got contributions from everybody that played. Had we not, we wouldn't have been able to win the game. It was a total team effort. And I'm really proud of the poise and composure our guys showed late to make big plays and give us a chance to win the game. Questions for the players?
Jaylon, when you kind of roared like a lion when you got that defensive turnover, the moving screen or whatever, can you walk us through what happened on that play? Coach Chambers, didn't like the call, but what happened?
Well, we knew coming into the game that they had to go through Newville, 80 possessions and finish games off. And, I just wanted to make it tough for him. I didn't want to give him an easy catch. Even if he would have got the catch, I just wanted to make it tough for him. And, I just got aggressive with it and just got a charge.
How can you take us through the last play trying to score again?
I just caught at the top of the key, and I was receiving the screen, and they just double teamed me. I wanted to fight for the double team, and I saw Kendrick in the corner. So it's either he's going to leave me and leave Kendrick open or stay with Kendrick, and he just happened to stay with Kendrick. And then I was just thinking finish at the rim as strong as I can because he's a great shot blocker. I just tried to wedge him off of my body and put it in the basket. That's what happened.
How different was it to last year just being able to make maybe more physical plays?
Excuse me?
Just how different maybe does it feel since last year being able to make physical plays like that?
I wouldn't say it's different making physical plays because, that's what we have to do. And we shouldn't be credited for playing hard. And that's what we should be known for to begin with. I think we made a lot of physical plays throughout the whole game. And people were sacrificing their bodies, making it hard, pressuring the ball. I think we've been slacking on that a little bit, and I think we've been doing a better job with it later in the season, so we just got to keep getting better at that.
Are plays like that coming easier for you this season, though, compared to last season?
Excuse me?
Are plays like that coming easier for you this season compared to last season?
Well, plays like what, playing physical?
Yeah, like your finish.
A little bit. Yeah, I mean, credit my strength coach, Coach Bass, because I mean, we worked really hard in the weight room this summer, which made me more physical in the upper body strength. I mean, put on 10, 20 pounds. And I mean, finishes like that, probably wouldn't have finished that maybe last year. Compared to this year, I think I've been doing a lot better job, landing on 2 feet, putting legs like that with body contact.
See a lot of basketball plays, a lot of basketball finishes where somebody dribbles and winds up taking a three, maybe, fall away three or something like that. There's not time for an offensive rebound. You went not only to the basket, but you went a little early too. It was a very, very aggressive play. Can you just, was it your intention to put your head down if you had the ball, rather than take a jump shot?
I was just going to take what the defense gave me. And I just didn't, like you said, I didn't want to just throw up anything, especially with 2 guys on me. If anything, just attack and try to create something off of it. Because, I don't really like to shoot just bail out threes or twos. Not really comfortable with that. Just try to attack and see what the defense gives me.
What does it mean that the coaches assigned you to defend Penn State's best player?
I mean, I wouldn't say like brighten my day because it's like I'm a good defender. I mean, I just want to step up to the challenge. I mean, he's a really good scorer. He averages 20 points a game. So if anything, I'll just trying to focus on keeping them in front and trying to play defense on them to the best of my ability.
Jay, you had assists on four consecutive baskets really, really early in the game, like in the first 5 minutes, and then one after. Why was that? Like, was they taking away something, or was it just some shots? I'm sorry about that. Didn't go down.
We were missing.
It all like Coach said earlier, they were mixed match of defenses. It was hard to get in rhythm, and then we weren't able to get in transition, in lapses of the game. They were getting buckets and we weren't guarding like we should have been. But, guys make plays at the end. That's all that matters, whether it's for me or on the court, we just make good plays at the end.
Jaylon, when 2 of your teammates get suspended, what do you guys take from that as teammates and players in this program?
I'm sorry, say one more
When
time.
2 of your teammates get suspended, how do you players, kind of take that and build it with the culture and everything in this program?
Well, I mean, we've been playing, without guys for a month now, so, everybody has to step up. A lot of people have been hurt, so, everybody's has to step up. Like Coach said, next man up. And I think we've been doing a good job of that. People are getting more confident out there, and, we're just making plays and getting better as a team.
Malcolm, talk about play of Austin, and especially Matt today coming in for aggravated things out.
I think they did a really good job. Man, they came in and were physical. It didn't look like they were just walking around or playing slow and sluggish. I mean, they came in ready to go. And I think Maverick's been getting better throughout the whole season. They're getting a lot more physical. He's probably our best screener on the team. And Austin, he came in with some big minutes. He had a big time finish. Got on the offensive glass, and he was talking. I mean, he always talks loud, but it really helps us when he's in the game. I think they did a really good job.
Malcolm, if I'm not mistaken, you guys are 4-3 without Ray, all obviously league games. When you lost Ray, did you envision the team having success like this, that you guys could, that you in particular, but that the team could, adjust and turns out you guys are scoring more now?
Yeah, I mean, when Ray went down, of course, it upset us. I mean, we didn't want to hang our heads too low. I mean, when he got hurt, we had to play Maryland the next day. And, it hit us, and it took us about, I'd say like 10 minutes to gather ourselves, hey, we can't just mope around about this. We're just going to have players step up. And I think we've done a really good job with that. It's just, I'll say the only reasons we lost because it'll just come late in the game where people just probably lose their mind. And on the defensive end, I mean, even with Ray, we were having problems with that. So, I mean, when he comes back, it's going to help us a lot. But in the meantime, we're just going to have players step up, and I think we've been doing a good job of that.
I'll let these 2 go. Thank you.
Questions?
John, kind of building up to what Steve was saying there, seeing that what you guys have been through with the injuries and everything, and players not being there, to be 4-5 at this point halfway through the season is obviously you want to win a couple more of those games. Do you feel pretty good about where you are and where you guys are going forward?
Well, I felt good about the way we ended the game today. I thought we made some plays. Sometimes you have to do that when it's not a sexy game or it's a little sloppy, and I thought that's what we were able to do today. So I thought that part was good. I do think the guys have had pretty good attitudes towards the roster change and everything that's happened over the last month, and different things we've had to change offensively, or different schemes defensively. They've been very open-minded, which is great. And I think they've listened well, tried to adjust and understand that we're trying to put them in position to be successful. We've had to adapt and adjust, and they've done that. And so I'll give them credit. At the same time, we field 5 guys just like they do. I've said that before, and we try to put a game plan together that gives us the best chance to be competitively successful and to win the game. And we expect that, regardless of what 5 guys are out there. I think it starts with the belief. You have to believe that first, and you have to be able to trust coaches, system, and your teammates that they can do what's asked of them. And I think our guys do. I think they believe that. Now, obviously, we've got to clean up some things. We made a lot of mistakes today that we've got to clean up and control. But I am proud of the way that they made plays at the end of the game.
There were games last season, even in once you got into the Big Ten schedule, and you just barely played Malcolm. He couldn't get himself off the bench or keep himself in the game. He's obviously a long way removed from that, where you almost can't take him out of the game. Like today,
Well, obviously he's gotten better. His body, as Shannon was alluding to there, I mean, he's gotten bigger, stronger, more experienced, and it's not always perfect now. I said to him at the end of the game, and I think he's done a pretty good job here in a couple games here of late, but he's also learned from things this season, not just last season. I think he was a little bit disappointed in some of the plays he was involved with at the end of the Indiana game. And he saw that on the film. And I think that you have to ask him, and I know it hit home for him. Like, wow, I got to be a little bit more disciplined, a little bit more detailed. I got to learn from this. And now we went in a couple different situations, right back to him again. And obviously we're fortunate he's delivered. And I'm not talking about just shot making. Shot making you can't control. I think even Jordan once said that he probably missed more game winners than he made, but everybody remembers the ones he made. So you got to have that type of disposition to be willing to make a play like that late in the game when it comes to making the shot. But in terms of cleaning up different things, passes, turnovers, the read he had on the Egwu jump hook was a great read. I didn't think he predetermined, Steve, what he was going to do. Made a great read, threw it back to Nana. I think he's shown more poise and composure in those situations. And sometimes the best teacher is experience. Certainly last year was part of that. And I think some of the things even early that have happened this year, not only early in non-conference, but early in Big Ten play, have also helped teach him. And he's found a way to grow and get better from that.
It sounds like you were kind of talking about this, just the way he's handled things, like you were saying, he's maybe, I don't know, with last year he would maybe internalize it more, and now he uses it as experience. Is that a difference, just the mental?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've constantly been on him to mature and to value possessions, to value the ball, to value details, to value the little things. Genius is in the details type of deal. And I think sometimes when you're a player coming from high school, Malcolm or regardless, that margin for error might not be quite as small, So I think he started to value more of those things, Shannon, and when he does, it makes him a better player and it makes our team better.
Along the same line, Malcolm, Kendrick, and Jaylon, they were your minutes leaders tonight. Do you feel like they're stepping up and taking a leadership role on the team?
I think they're getting better. I think, as Jaylon said, through experience. I know at one point I looked out there and I said to myself, in the spring I thought we were supposed to be old. And I looked out there and we had all 5 sophomores playing. Starting a freshman, a couple other sophomores. It's like, but those guys, the experience that they had last year, going through success and adversity, I think has been helpful to them. I think they're starting to get more confidence in situations like they were in today. And a lot of times it's not any more complex than just them getting experience and maturing and growing and being in those situations and learning from every circumstance that they're in.
Strategy, just a second. Nana scored with just under a minute to go. Why do college coaches, almost universally, never go 2 for 1 in that situation? They came down, held the ball, took it under 35,
Yeah.
which is ideal for you if you get the ball back.
You get the ball
But
back.
what's your theory
I
on that?
like
Why
to-
did the pros do that?
Yeah, I don't know, Lauren. I like 2-for-1s. I like 2-for-1s when you got a guy that can get a pretty good one up on the rim.
Really?
Yeah. But if you don't have that guy that can just get one up on the rim whenever he wants, and he's not your point guard or maybe combo, sometimes it may not be good to be a 2-for-1 team. I like it in theory because you know me, I'm a math guy. So I look at that clock and I'm like, let's see here. We can have it twice and there once. I wonder which one I'd like to choose. You know, I'm with you. But I think sometimes you have to have that guy that can get one up on the rim pretty quickly in order to get that possession back and go 2-for-1. So, you know, I'm certainly not second guessing Pat. That's his team. He knows his team better than I do. You know, he knows his team better than I do.
Sean, is it safe to say that playing zone allows you to use Colbert, sort of mask some of his weaknesses?
Nah, well, he was good today in both. I thought he was really good, Rob, in ball screen coverage and man-to-man. I thought he was really good, really long, and did a great job with that. I thought he was good at both man and zone. That really doesn't impact my decision whether to play him or not. I think he has the potential to be good in both, and obviously, you know, your question might be originated from the standpoint of, hey, look how long he is, and you put him out in the zone. I mean, I can see where you'd see that. I thought he was pretty good today in both.
But the problem really is core strength, right? I mean, one of the things that holds him back.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we'd like to get all those guys stronger, and he's worked really hard at that. I do think he's stronger than he was last season. You know, but today I thought he made some plays and really contributed and helped us win the game.
John, you've got Abrams still in the program, you've got guard recruits on the way, you know, publicized pursuits of point guards in recruiting, and you've got Tate, who's 27 assists, 6 turnovers in his last maybe 5 games, I think. Can he just sort of keep sneaking up and
Well, he
end
can
up
keep
holding
getting
that
better
spot
for
down?
sure, Steve, but if someone asked me today, what are you recruiting every day? If this year isn't a microcosm of why, I don't know what is. Depth, depth, depth. You know, you don't like to have the situation that we've been in the last month, period. But I did say to myself the other day, and I really believe that God only gives us things that we can handle. And I thought to myself, what if this happened in the first year? Wow. Depth, depth, depth.
John, what kind of message does the suspension send to your players? What do you hope they take from
Well, nothing more than just what the statement said. I mean, our guys know. I mean, I only have one rule in our program, and that's don't do anything to embarrass the University of Illinois, the men's basketball program, yourself or your family. Guys make choices sometimes that aren't in line with our standards, and when they do, there's a consequence, regardless of who you are. But I love all 16 of our guys. I mean, it's no different than raising kids. You know, there's times where, you know, I love Connor and Camden like no other. But there's times where my wife and I may have to, you know, give them a consequence, and it doesn't mean we don't love them. You know, we're going to help them, but they got to make better choices. They know what the standards are to be a part of this program, and you know, I'm looking forward to them learning from this and moving forward, making some progress, and getting reinstated in the lineup.
You said on Thursday, I believe, that they might play today.
Yeah,
And
that was
so
possible.
that changed. So what, between then and now?
Well, I'm not going to comment on the issue, obviously, Steve. My statement is my statement. Obviously, something changed. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Next question.
Would they play today if they wouldn't have been suspended?
They would have been available to play minutes today. How much? I don't know. I mean, you know, that's what I think some people don't understand, and I said this on Thursday. When a guy comes back from an injury, I think most people think he's back. Well, he's back, but he hadn't played in a while. I mean, you know, there is a transition period involved with that. You know, as high a level as Ray Rice was playing at before he got hurt, it's not going to be like, voila, he's available today and he's back to 50-some% from the field, 40-some% from 3, 17 and 8. Like, it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way in sports. You know, but I do like the progress that both of them have made from a health standpoint. I said that on Thursday. Doctor's visits went great this week. Those guys are working very hard and very diligently to come back. You know, Cosby has been full contact here. Eye feels great. Ray's hand is feeling better. We're doing more things with him. And you know, certainly they could have been available today. But that was my choice and my decision.
John, will they practice tomorrow?
Oh, sure. Well, if we practice, I got to figure out how we look on this film, and
If you
I don't know if I want the big fella, you know, I can't wear it, we play Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I gotta figure all that out. But yes, if we were going practice tomorrow, they'd practice.
And are you willing to say right now whether they would play Tuesday, or is that still?
No, that's between me and them.
Is it especially maybe disappointing, just given what's at stake, knowing you're about to maybe come back and help the team and?
Well, it's always
stand down
disappointing, Shannon, you know, obviously I don't like to, you know, I don't enjoy, suspending guys. We have standards, I mean, we have a program, we have a team, and I expect those standards to be adhered to. It just is what it is. You know, whether it's, Ryan Schmidt or Ray Rice or, LaRon Black or Aaron Cosby, that's who we are. And I make that very, very clear every year and frequently in between.
You're disappointed it's veteran players?
Sure. Yeah, I think that's fair, Jeremy. Yeah. You don't want with anybody, obviously. But yeah, there's no doubt. I have higher expectations for veteran guys. That's what, yeah, no doubt about it. For guys that have been here, that know what we're about, that have heard the same message, that have been drinking the same Kool-Aid for 3 years, no question about that. I think that's fair. I am. I would expect more.
Anything else here?
Thanks.